the flosstube.
Greetings.
I'm Laura.
I'm Joe.
Welcome to the Slovak Farm.
This is the farm where we grow cross-stitch.
One stitch at a time. Today is Monday, April 22nd. Happy Earth Day. It's a day where we celebrate the Earth. Realize
we
that
destroy it.
we're destroying it. Do you know I have in my Facebook memories from 3 years ago a significant snowstorm on Earth Day? Oh, and we've been celebrating Earth Day since 1970. We've known it's been going on that long. It's not a lie. Okay. How was y'all's week? Ours was good. Benign. Busy. Benignly busy.
Yeah. Alright, I guess.
Nothing dramatic happened. I mean...
At home. Work was
pile
interesting.
full of work stuff, but it's work stuff. Oh, excuse me. Friday I went to the Quilt Expo at the IX Center. I was underwhelmed.
Quilts.
Even for Quilting Expo, I was underwhelmed. We were representing... I was with my EGA group, my Embroidery Guild of America group. I was underwhelmed. I did buy some stuff, but there was like one really good booth. That was kind of it. Anyways, and Saturday I had my EGA stitch day. That's kind of where the week was. Nothing super exciting. Joe was busy with work. Alright, so...
I'm trying to get some sleep.
I'm trying to get sleep. Why don't we shout out our commenters?
Okay, first one, let's start with people from last week's video. Sarah, Teresa, June, Bridget, Tracy, Angie, Tamara, Lynn. Don't know why that burst into song. For the live, it was Angie, Andre. Andrea. Teresa, Tamara, Scotty, and Lynn.
Fantastic. Thank you all for joining us on the live. Thank you all for commenting on our video. We do appreciate the views and the chit-chat.
We like harassing people on Saturdays.
We certainly do. Why don't you start with your whips?
Okay. I have High Voltage by dailycrossstitch.com. It's just typical high voltage symbol. I'm almost to the bottom. Got about that much done. Which, honestly, I'm doing pretty good. I mean, I'm going to do the entire black outline. Then I'm going to do the lightning bolt. And then it is just going to be the yellow. And I'm just going to mindlessly go circle.
Fantastic. That's what I would do. Honestly, that's what I would do.
Yep, that's where I got the idea from. I am a good Padawan. I learned from my master.
Okay, Padawan.
I've had Star Wars on the brain. If you don't know why, well, we're about a week and a half from May 4th.
Yep. We're going to be at a stitching day on that day. Alright. I got all of April fun facts on one whip.
Nice.
When I can do that. And that was Jingle All the Way by Little House Needleworks. And if you watch my social media, the answer to the question I posted at the beginning of last week when I asked if I would make it through finishing the house where I would be sick of blue, is both. I did 896 stitches. All but 40-something of them were in blue. I am sick to death of blue. I finished this part of the blue house. This is on a piece of 32 count heirloom by the Slovak Farm. Yes, darling.
So, if I actually want to get that exact shade of blue and use it to paint our house, would you be mad at me?
Absolutely not, because I would love my house to look like that. I do like the shade. I do like this shade of blue. Like, this is the kind of blue I would like our house to look like. Right now, it's kind of a light blue. So this worked for something with water on it, because snow is frozen water. Something that would hurt your head if it fell in it, because a house would hurt. Something that would be cold. Snow is cold. People's animals, one of each. And then I used my free pass for something that could be twisted. So that's that.
You want to know my smart A comment for the something twisted would have been?
What?
Anything can be twisted with a large enough twister.
Anything can be twisted by the right person.
Well, you do remember the house that looked like it had eyes that we used for one of the haunting movies.
Correct. Alright. That moves us into the new start for the week. Because it's my birthday month and I can start all the crud I want.
Tell me what you want to start, what you really want to start.
This week I started a Good Tyke by Long Dog Sampler. This was a gift from Beth Ann for my birthday. So I started it for Cross Stitch Weekend.
And yes, as we promised, there it is, everybody from the live.
Yes. And if you did not watch the live, my fabric color choice is, well, okay, so it's not that unique, but this is a 32 count. This is actually a solo because it's indigo Rit dye. And I remembered why I don't really love using Rit dye to dye my fabrics, because the way I do it, it kind of is a pain. But there was some drama with this, because on Saturday?
Can I put it down now?
Oh, I did 1,000, this is 1,015 stitches. You can see what I got, because it was a blank piece of fabric. I did this for the I.
So this was the start.
Yes, I did it for the I, the N, and the Y on the monthly. Rainy April. Or April Rainy, something like that. It was like, I don't know, late in the game when I realized the fabric that I had originally wanted to put this on was too close to one of the called fors, and you wouldn't be able to see it. Now, granted, it was one of the called fors that's kind of like a background color. It's one of the called fors in the leaves here. But, so I went downstairs and I dyed, not one, not two, but 3 pieces of fabric to try to figure out which one would work best. And one of the 3 pieces of fabric, when I put the dye in it, I realized I had only used half of the powder to make it lighter. So, this is the one we went with, because this is what I wanted. But I do remember why I don't love using Rit dye. And it's nothing against Rit dye, it is 100% how I dye.
That dye and your method are not compatible.
Exactly. Rit dye is fabulous. It's just how I dye and the fact that I was rushing. Because it was like Thursday when my fabric was finally, it was Friday morning, because when I brought it up here Thursday afternoon, it was still wet.
Oh, that was what that problem was. Okay.
Yes.
I thought you spilled something on it.
No.
I honestly thought you spilled water on it while you were watering your plants, and that's why it was on there.
No, I have to water the plants. The plants need water. So in between Jingle All the Way, finishing my stitches on Jingle All the Way, and starting a Good Tyke, and then yesterday after I was really sick of stitching on a Good Tyke because it was all in black, I was really tired of black and blue this week. I worked on Joy to the World. I don't have the cover photo. And if I actually end up with a before picture, it will be a miracle. I'm going to hold this here for a minute so that I have a long shot of it sitting in the camera so you can see it if I do put the cover photo up. You can't really see it, but I finished the buildings, and you can't really see the snow on the buildings and under the buildings and the white border. All I have left to finish is the red and border, the words "Joy to the World," and on some of the windows there's like beads strung, so it kind of looks like
Christmas lights.
Christmas lights. Yes, Christmas lights. Christmas lights. Don't ask me how many stitches are in this because it's split up between a couple of days. I've actually been working on this today because I finished my sal prompt earlier. And yes. Hopefully this gets finished before the next video and I can tell you exactly what I stitched on it. That's been my stitching for the week. The end. That was anticlimactic, wasn't it? But I liked it because I got a lot of stitches in on projects. So now we must do the haul portion of the program. Let's start with haul that I forgot about last week that Sarah reminded me of. I have no idea what even, like, we were talking about summer and warmth and something about Olaf, and I made the comment that it was a bad day to be a snowman, and she turned it into a chart, and she dyed it on a piece of fabric, and the funny thing is, the piece of fabric, the color that she stitched it on is the one blue that I lightened. I just realized that looking at it.
Hey, honey, I have a fun game we can do. We haven't had a chance to do it in years.
What?
You got a bunch of flosses there, right?
What? Oh.
Me guess name.
That's not really what they're for, but okay. So I do have
No, that's not what they're for.
So, this is a Sister Lou's Stitches pattern. You can order it from me. You can order the fabric from me. I'm going to stitch it at some point because it's a bad day to be a snowman during the summer. And I like bad days to be a snowman.
God, you want to mass murder all snowmen.
Sorry, snowman. I like you, but I don't want you around.
There was frost on my car this morning.
Yeah.
Oh, random thing I learned about my new vehicle. It has a light that pops on when you're low on windshield washer fluid. But that's not the awesome thing. The awesome thing is it just turned on as I was done cleaning my windows, so I didn't use it again. And then I went to pour in the gallon of windshield washer fluid. And literally, I emptied the thing and it was just below full. It literally, when it dings, it has enough capacity to put an entire gallon. My old vehicle, I swear it was 0.9 gallon tank. Because even when it was completely empty, it still wouldn't take the entire gallon of windshield washer fluid. And you always had that little bit in the bottom you don't want to get rid of because it's expensive sloshing around.
Kevin.
I'm done. Sorry if I was interrupting.
That's okay. The flosses he was referencing that I have sitting here are my Weeks Dye Works flosses for Sunflower Fairy. You will see them again because we're going to discuss fabric choices.
Oh, they finally showed up.
Well, yeah. No, these actually, I ordered, I kind of ordered these like Thursday, and they got here today. The ones from Sullivan's finally showed up. Of course, I'm missing two of the flosses I need for Miss Sunflower, or for Sunflower Fairy. Because why would I be able to get all of an order I put? Why? Why? Frustrations aside, at the Quilt Expo on Friday, like I said, I was very underwhelmed by it. It was basically mostly machine dealers. Like sewing machine dealers.
Really?
Yes. Now, mind you, the sewing machines that quilters buy are really super expensive and super fancy, and they do all these really cool things. And I got to watch a long arm machine demo that basically is idiot proof. It cost $20,000.
It's expensive being an idiot.
Being an idiot, being stupid is expensive.
We need to tell Sarah that. Why and see if she can make something for us.
Sarah, there's a new saying. There's another saying for a cross stitch pattern. Being stupid is expensive.
You know what? The best part is you can literally have somebody go, I need 4 skeins, and they walk in with 4 combs.
I mean, and so
those from the live will get that.
I mean, even like the shops, like the fabric shops, didn't have a whole lot of selection. Like I expected maybe some, I expected to see jelly rolls and charm packets and, the cut up fabrics. Nope, it was basically just patterns. There was and I expected to see more accessories for sale, like needles and rulers and scissors and nope.
I can already tell you why. Where were you?
The IX Center.
All
Honestly,
little ticket. I wouldn't be surprised if it was. If it wasn't a big ticket item, it wasn't worth bringing.
I'm not gonna lie. It was $10 to park, and I want to say it was $10 or $12 to get in. So at 25, we'll say, 15 at the most to get in. So at $25 to walk in, I would not have been a happy human shopping up there. Like, I would not have been.
Unless you were really into those type of machines.
And it's not like they were on big sale. It's like none of them were on sale. It was just look at our machine. I mean, they had a really nice display of some really cool quilts. And that was kind of cool, but $25, it was not worth it to me, in my opinion. Moving along. We were sitting there. The whole time we were sitting there, the booth across from us, we were all fascinated by her stuff. Absolutely fascinated by her stuff. And when I went into her booth when we got all done and we were shopping, I could have bought everything this woman was selling.
I think I just heard my wallet crying.
I cannot explain to you. If EGA does not go up there next year, I have found her shop on Etsy, and if EGA does not go up there next year, I will go on her Etsy shop and find the one other pattern that I really, really want and buy it. But it was called Stitching by the River Studios. All of these are original designs of hers. The first one that I got, it is called Vintage Scissors. So you stitch the scissors in blackwork. So the scissors are hand embroidered in blackwork, and then there's quilting bit around it. This is a wall hanging. It's a 13 by 21 like a wall hanging. It's called Blessing Before Meal. It's basically what us Catholics say before mealtime. I'm sure more other than just Catholics say it. It says, "Bless us, O Lord, for these, I guess, which we're about to receive through our bounty through Christ our Lord. Amen." And again, so she gives you, you can kind of see it there, the actual size, so you can transfer this to a piece of tea-dyed fabric, do your back stitching, and then make the quilt that goes around it. I'm obviously not going to do the quilting part of it, but I'm going to do the back stitching embroidery part. This is the one that I sat there and stared at the whole day and went, if I don't buy this, I will kick myself And I really wanted the companion piece, but given how much this cost, I could only buy one. This is called the Seamstress. We will take it out of the bag.
And?
No, I just need to get the... Oh, there we go. That's a little bit better. Not really. This is called the Seamstress. And if I could quilt, I would totally do the whole quilt as a quilt. It's a fairly sizable quilt. 64 inches square. I cannot quilt, so I am literally going to probably just do the center back stitching part. Still worth what I spent for it because you're paying for the whole quilt pattern. Still worth what I spent for it. The companion piece is called the Gentleman's Tailor. And if you cannot tell, it is Civil War era. That is Civil War era clothing. Everything this lady had, 90% of what this lady had was Civil War era. She had, it was depictions of Civil War era. She had troops, regiments. She had a whole piece that was designed for the 54th Regiment, which was the African American Regiment. She was African American. Lots of Underground Railroad stuff. It was very cool. My Civil War loving heart, that is an embroiderer, could have spent hours in her booth just looking at stuff. I could have spent tons of money. I could have.
I love how your computer doesn't make a lot of noise as soon as you start filming. Boing, 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 boing,
I know.
boing, boing,
It's,
boing, boing,
my one game. They're talking. So that's haul. It's enough haul for the week. Trust me, that was enough haul at the Quilt Expo. But really, my opinion, worth it.
Yeah, I bought something weird, but it's nothing to do with stitching, so whatever.
Plans?
I plan on driving you insane.
Good job. We're already there.
Oh, you can go so much further beyond. Put that down. It's making you angry.
Okay.
Deletes. Not you, them. Yeah, more of the triangle shaped thing.
More of the triangle shaped thing, your high voltage thing.
Yep.
Oh, hey, look, there's the pen I brought over here earlier. And there's the pen I bought to replace it. Pencil, actually. My day was going great until it wasn't.
Oh, could it didn't get better now?
Yeah. Alright, well, let's start with, I guess we'll start with Classic Book Week plans. This fits none of Classic Book Weeks.
What are the classic? Okay.
So, Classic Book Weeks, Beth Ann wrote it. Each prompt is a book. She told a little bit about the book and then came up with a prompt that goes with it. So the first one is A Tree Grows in Brooklyn by Betty Smith. We are to stitch on something with children, trees, or that you could find in the city. Fall on the Farm, The Reindeer, the sampler I won't name, Autumn and Hawthorne Hollow. I think Shores of Hawthorne Hollow might possibly have trees on it. Have a tree or two on it.
Fall on the farm. Fall on the farm.
Fall on the farm. Okay. Little Women by Louise May Alcott. Stitch on something that depicts family, domesticity, work, or true love.
That would fit the fairy. I thought they were symbols of love.
I know they're fairy. There's mischief. Fairies are mischief.
Depends on the culture.
Fall on the Farm because my family is farmers. Shores of Hawthorne Hollow because There's something on there about the verse on there is something about true love being away at sea. The reindeer. I can't remember how I tied this into this with the reindeer, but I did. Calla Lily Bride, marrying your true love. Harvest Hauler, again with the whole farm theme, being a farmer, family farm. Porch Welcome, because I know growing up, my family, we would sit on Great Grandma's porch. The sampler that I will not name, because I tied it in something with domesticity. I think I actually tied it in with family too, because of it being houses and people and. Dressmaker's Daughter, and then Autumn at Hawk Run Hollow, again, because there's farm scenes. I'm a farm kid. Fall. Good choice, good choice. The third one, The Swiss Family Robinson by Jonah David Weiss. Stitch on something that depicts something you would find on a tropical island, i.e. a plant, an animal, or a ship. I've only got stuff that I think that ships. Because, yeah. So, Shores of Hawk Run Hollow or the Pirate.
Well, you just got something that could be a tropical island.
What?
You just showed it off. This bad thing to be snowman.
Well, I don't really want to start that.
I know, but that's the only one you own. That's what I'm saying.
It's true.
Pirate.
The Pirate. A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickinson. Okay. So, the prompt is to stitch on something Halloween or Christmas. Or, stitch on something that embodies the spirits that visit Scrooge in the night. Now, the spirits are the past, the present, and the future. But then further in the paragraph, it says that Scrooge, from then on, experiences kindness, generosity, and compassion, which represents the spirits that visit him. I'm not gonna lie, I was a little confused. Now, I do have a Christmas one. I just stitched on it. I could do that if I really wanted to. I don't. The reindeer is kind of Christmassy because you think of reindeers at Christmas. So, the other three offerings are Fall on the Farm, the sampler I won't name, and Autumn at Hawk Run Hollow. And I can collect them to all, either past, present, or future, and one of those kindness, generosity, or compassion. I figured if I could cover both of them, I would be fine either way.
You know, just go for the safest bet. Reindeer. Or do you want to do fall?
I kind of want to do fall.
Okay, fall.
And then
technically, fall would actually be the Coast of Christmas Future because that is the death kind. Also, that looks like a flower in fall.
I'm sitting here going, I wonder. I bet that's not 300 stitches. So I would have to do something to get to some of... Because the last prompt is The Wonderful Wizard of Oz by L. Frank Baum. And the prompt is to stitch on something... Stitch in either yellow or green or a combination of the two colors. Stitch on... That's yellow. I bet that's the yellow.
Mm-hmm.
Stitch on something... Lion, Scarecrow, Tin Woodsman, or Witch. Fall on the Farm and Autumn at Hawk Run Hollow both have scarecrows on them. But Sunflower Fairy has yellow and green on her. And I'm thinking that is the yellow. Maybe. Possibly.
Oh my god, my brain.
I'd have to look. Because I know that's not 300 stitches.
I would always get in trouble with these color ones because I'd say that's yellow and you'd tell me no, it's not. I'd be like, but how is it not yellow?
However, knowing my look, that's going to be the color that I don't have because I am missing collards and terracotta.
Just to fall on the farm.
And I don't know how I'm going to start this without collards or terracotta. Well, without collards. I have to look and see where, because I changed the colors. I may not be able to start this until I can get those two colors. Unless I figure out a substitute, which is a possibility.
Well, I have an idea. I'll tell you.
Maybe I'll go dig through. Maybe I'll just go dig through my overdyes and see what I have that can come close. Okay. Well, that brings us to Sunflower Fairy by Nora Corbett. Now, this fits. I have 3 more monthlies to do. This fits the end because it's Nora Corbett. Fairies are imaginary. We came up with it's an asymmetrical design.
Well, her hands are side by side. Her dress is out, but they're not perfectly aligned. It looks like it should be a silhouette, but it's not. They purposely made it slightly different.
Well, even when you just look at it as a whole, it's not asymmetrical because this side is different than this side.
Yep.
Or it's an asymmetrical design because
Now,
here's where we have fun. So I have 2 fabrics. So of the 2 fabrics of the 3 fabrics that I dyed, I have the 2 others. And I'm fairly certain she will fit on them. I'm actually pretty sure these are bigger than they need to be for her. But our choices are this lovely blue, which is Let's Build a Snowman. Yes, it's wrinkly. Also, this side is flatter. No, it's not. Oh, I thought that side was less modeled. Well, it is when you kind of hold it back. I like the modeling on this side, though. Or, this one is called, I think it's called Hydrangea. I don't think I've come up with a name for it. The dye is called Hydrangea. Or there's that one. Or there's purple. So my choices are blue or purple. What do you think, honey?
I thought of a name for this.
What?
I hate lavender.
Because I hate lavender. Like the smell.
I actually don't like the way the purple on the purple.
But it's a dark purple.
Yeah, I also like the blue one more.
You like the blue better?
Do you like the purple more?
I kind of like the purple more.
Then why did you ask me? Can someone please explain this to me? If you don't mind my opinion, why do you ask?
I mean, the blue makes more sense.
That's what I'm going for. It looks, the colors pop more on the blue.
They do. They do pop more on the blue. Because they're in different color. Most of them are a little different color. I think you're right. I think it's going to be the blue.
Like, in all honesty, this is beautiful.
Alright, it's going to be the blue.
Like, in all honesty, when you find something that matches that fabric, it's going to be Rockstar.
I'm sure probably have something. Because Lord knows Laura has enough projects to stitch in her life.
You can never have enough.
Excuse me. This is true. I'm going to have to figure out... Because I converted it from Valdani 3 strands, to the weeks that, well, I didn't convert it. I took the conversion off the Mirabilia Facebook, the Mirabilia conversion Facebook group. I'm gonna have to figure out a substitute for collards and terracotta. So I need to figure out which ones the
It'll be okay, assholes.
person who did the conversion used collards and terracotta, and then figure out how it works. That's my project for it. Oh, and the wings are Krynic blue. I'm just gonna go see what blue metallics I have that won't get sucked into the fabric. I may change the color of her wings so they don't get sucked into the blue fabric.
The thing is,
only place they're used.
Actually, with her wings being so prominent, the purple might actually be better.
Well, I'll see what I have.
Yeah, when we get the blue for the wings, then we'll go double check the fabric choice.
And it's supposed to have beads on it. Emerald, which is a green, Victorian gold, and Victorian copper. Again, I'm going to see what I have for beads that are gold and copper. And go from there. That's plans for the week. That's stitching for the week. I'm throwing things around. Announcements. There is an announcement. There is an announcement.
Wait. This is a worthy announcement.
Yes. I booked a location to have a sit and stitch day. It is a one day only thing, so if you're out of town, I mean, you can come if you want, but it's kind of out in the country. There's one B&B in town. The surrounding areas, I think, have places you can look to rent. That's all on you. It is Saturday, November 2nd. I have the room booked for the whole day. I'm pretty sure I'm going to get, I need an hour for setup and an hour for cleanup.
I will say that due to where many of the hotels are, you can actually book a hotel near where the highway is on your way back to wherever you're coming from.
Right.
So it's going to end early enough so if you book a hotel near one of the local highways, which is about a half hour away, being honest.
Yeah, the closest, like if you're looking for chain hotels, Elyria,
like half hour, 45 minutes.
Strongsville, I think, has a couple. Brunswick has a couple. I think Medina has a couple, and that's all like within, I think, half hour, 40-minute bubble. I'm not entirely sure.
I have no idea what B&Bs are in that area.
I have no idea. I know there's one B&B in Wellington. I'm pretty sure there's a couple B&Bs in Oberlin. There is a hotel in Oberlin. It's expensive because of the college. There are probably Airbnb, Verbos, that sort of thing in the area. It's on you to find out if you want to travel in for it. I'm not going to lie. It's on you to figure out. I don't mean that to sound cruel, but
we're putting enough money and time into this, just setting everything up.
This is literally just intended to be a sit and stitch day, so as far as my planning and my execution, that's it. I think, so it's going to be an all-day affair. So you would be there for lunch and supper. I'm thinking we're probably going to offer both. I just need to figure out the best option for both. Honestly, the best option for lunch would be like a build your own sandwich bar. I gotta figure out what the best option for dinner is going to be. Set the price for it. So, hopefully by the end of May, I will have that stuff figured out because it's almost the end of April at this point. So, there we go. We're having a sit and stitch day. If you have friends that are in Ohio or the surrounding area that might want to come in, let them know. I will link the Stitching at the Farm group, which is where all of the stuff will be announced and whatnot. And that is it. That's our announcements. That's our video. What would we like the people to do?
Please like, comment, subscribe, bell notification thingy me bobby. the YouTube spiel. It really does help us a lot.
Thank you for spending a little bit of time with us. We hope you had a good time. We hope you were entertained.
Are you not entertained?
We hope you come back to our crazy. We will be having our
Choo
live.
choo!
We will be having our live on Saturday night, starting sometime between 6:30 and 7, and ending at 8 o'clock. Thank you for spending some time with us. We'll see you next week. Bye.